I promised you to add a variation of our flowers in the snow crochet motif, and here it is. It's a 5-point star and it's worked similar to the flowers in the snow. You start with a magic ring with 4 single crochets. So the 5th stitch is the slip stitch at the end to close the round. So magic ring with 4 single crochets. And 1 slip stitch into the first single crochet to close the round. Then pull the starting thread to form the ring, to tighten the ring. Slip stitch. Okay, round 2 starts with 3 turning chains and a puff stitch with 3 yarn overs. Chain 3 and into every other stitch a puff stitch with 4 yarn overs. So yarn over, pull through the yarn, pull it to the height of the turning chains, yarn over, pull through the yarn over, pull through the yarn 4 times. Another one, and now crochet all the loops on the hook and chain 3. Repeat this throughout the rounds. 1 puff stitch into every stitch, and the round ends with 1 slip stitch into the tip of the first puff stitch. Now I change color. It looks very beautiful, like a snow flower, if you like a Christmas rose, if you use white yarn now, but for the video I take blue yarn, so for you to better see what I'm doing. And you start with a slip stitch into the first chain and 3 turning chains and 2 double crochets. In the previous version we did clustered double crochets, so here we just make simple double crochets, chain 3 and another 3 double crochets into the same chain. So another in every chain you work 3 double crochets, chain 3 and 3 double crochets, and you continue like that into the next chain. Again 3 double crochets plus chain 3 plus 3 double crochets. After this round you already have a pentagon, a small motif which you could use as a gift hanger. But we want to make a star out of it, so we continue. Round ends as usual with 1 slip stitch into the topmost turning chain from the beginning. So here we have our little pentagon motif, which is nice enough to use it as a little decoration. So, but we continue with round 1, 2, 3, 4, and you start with 1 slip stitch and 1 slip stitch into one of the double crochets and 1 slip stitch into the chain, because we want to start in this chain. Now 3 turning chains, and same as before, plus 2 double crochets, chain 3 plus 3 double crochets into the first chain, now 1 slip stitch in between those 3 and 3 double crochets of the previous round. So in between those 3 and 3 double crochets, 1 slip stitch and chain 1, stop, chain 1, and into the next chain again 3 double crochets plus chain 3 plus 3 double crochets. And again after it again 1 slip stitch in between those 3 and 3 double crochets of the previous round plus chain 1 and the next group of double crochets. And the round ends, slip stitch, chain 1 and slip stitch into the topmost turning chain. This makes up for a cute flower already, but we want a star, so there's one more round of single crochets where we will form the tips. So 1 turning chain as we're continuing with single crochets, and 1 single crochet and another single crochet, and into the chain at the tip 2 single crochets plus chain 3 plus 2 single crochets, and then again 3 single crochets, the slope down, 1 slip stitch around the same slip stitch of the previous round, plus chain 1 and 3 single crochets up the slope, and into the tip again 2 single crochets plus chain 3 plus 2 single crochets. And down the slope again 3 single crochets, and 1 slip stitch exactly around the slip stitch of the previous round, chain 1 and 3 single crochets again uphill. And the round ends with 1 slip stitch into the first turning chain. That's it. A cute little star, very quick to work, to finish, and it reminds me of a Christmas rose. And so if you make those petals with white and the corner with a yellowish green or yellow, then you have little Christmas flowers. Enjoy.